Hello, everyone. My name is Andrew,
And I'm Kassy.
and this is the Culips English Podcast. Hello there, Culips listeners. Welcome back. You're listening to Simplified Speech, which is our series that features clear, natural, and easy to understand English conversations about interesting topics. Today, I'm joined by my co-host, Kassy. Hey there, Kassy.
Hey, Andrew, and hi, listeners. Today, we're going to talk all about draws, contests, and sweepstakes. It should be a really fun episode, and I think Andrew and I are going to have a great conversation, as always. But before we get started, we want to remind you about the study guide and transcript for this episode so you can study along with us while you listen.
Yeah, that's right. So the study guide for this episode includes the transcript, detailed vocabulary explanations and examples, a quiz, and more. And you can download it in a PDF file, or you could view a mobile-friendly version that looks great on smartphones. So to access it, you just need to visit our website, which is culips.com, culips.com, and sign up and become a Culips member.
We also want to give a shout out to one of our listeners named GD, who is from South Korea.
GD left us an awesome success story and a 5-star rating on Apple Podcasts. And GD wrote, "Hey, this is GD from South Korea. First of all, thank you for your help. I was able to move to a big global company thanks to Culips. I've been working for a smaller local company for 17 years, and I decided to try a new challenge and develop myself. So I started to study English, and at that time, Culips became my friend, and I succeeded in getting a new job. Of course, after moving to this company, I'm suffering from some new circumstances. All of my associates only use English, whether they're Koreans or not, and I think my English skills seem to be the last out of my 100 colleagues. However, I believe that Culips will encourage me again. Andrew, Suzanne, Kassy, and Anna, thank you for your kind teaching and for sharing valuable tips with us."
Wow, way to go, GD. Congrats on your new job and keep up the good work. Don't worry about it. Keep studying with us and you're going to see your English improve and get better and better every day.
Kassy, when I heard this guy's name, GD, I immediately thought of the pop star G-Dragon. Is that what you thought of as well?
Me too. Yes.
Yeah, that would be really cool if we had some celebrities or pop stars listening to Culips. But GD, keep up the great work. And thanks to everyone out there who has been supporting us with reviews and 5-star ratings on your favorite podcast apps. It really does help English learners from all around the world find and connect with us. So with that being said, Kassy, I think we're ready to get into our main topic for today, which is contests. And right off the start, there is a bunch of vocabulary that I think we should explain because it might be a little bit difficult to know exactly what the difference is between these 4 different words are. And the 4 words are all kind of related to the same thing. They are contest, draw, sweepstake, and lottery. Okay, contest, draw, sweepstake, and lottery. So let's go through them one by one. We'll talk about what they are, and then we'll share our opinions on this topic. So let's start with a contest. A contest. Kassy, what is a contest? Could you explain it to everyone?
Sure. So a contest is like a competition between 2 people or a group of people who are trying to win something from that contest.
Yeah, exactly. So you could think about maybe a writing contest or a poetry contest, right? Often magazines will have this kind of writing contest, and readers of the magazine can, write something or write a poem and send it in, and the magazine will select the best poem. Or there could be a drawing contest at a school, and all the students could draw a picture and submit their picture, and the best picture will win a prize. Something like that. That's what we consider a contest.
Exactly.
Now, the next word is a draw. Speaking of pictures, draw. Actually, these words are unrelated, but they share the same spelling, D-R-A-W. What's a draw?
A draw is, kind of similar to a lottery almost. A draw is where you have something that you're picking out of, and the person who is chosen or the team who is chosen is the winner.
Yeah, exactly. So a draw is a kind of activity where a prize is given away. However, this time the winner doesn't have to do anything to
Mhm.
win that prize, right? It's not like a competition or a contest where you have to draw a picture or write a poem. Instead, all of the participants' names are just put into a hat or maybe an online database or something, and then one is just randomly chosen. So there's no skill involved with a draw. It's just completely up to luck. However, with a contest, you usually do need to do something to demonstrate some kind of skill. So a contest is not for everyone, but a draw could be like for everyone. Anyone can participate because it's just up to random chance that you might be able to win the prize.
Exactly.
Okay, now similar to a draw, we have another word, which is a sweepstake. Sweepstake. I like saying this
Mm.
word. It's a fun one to pronounce, and I'll just spell it for everyone so you know the spelling. It is Sweepstake. And Cassie, what's a sweepstake exactly?
The term sweepstake is usually heard on radio shows or some sort of TV broadcasting site. It's used as a marketing strategy to promote a product or some event. And this is also determined by chance. So you don't really need much skill to win a sweepstake. You're just chosen randomly out of a group of people.
Yeah, and I think that the word sweepstake means that the prize is going to be really good, really big. Like
Mm,
a draw, maybe you would do a draw among your friends at a Christmas party to see who gets a special Christmas gift or something. Or like at an office party, maybe there's a special prize, like I don't know, some Starbucks gift cards or something. And you could do
mm.
a draw to see who wins that prize. It's like just something small and something little. But a sweepstake, maybe the prizes are really big, like a new car or $1 million or a new house, something like that.
A cruise to the Bahamas.
A cruise to the Bahamas, yeah. And as you mentioned, Cassie, often with sweepstakes, they're actually promotions that are offered by companies to get people interested in their products. They use them as a kind of advertising technique. And often, if you want to enter a sweepstakes, you do have to buy that product first. So maybe Coca-Cola is having kind of summer sweepstake. And to enter the sweepstake, you have to upload a picture of yourself drinking a can of Coke to their website, something like
Mm.
that, and then you can participate in that sweepstake.
I remember a lot of McDonald's sweepstakes when I was a kid.
Oh, yeah, they had a lot. Don't know if they still do, but definitely back in the day, they had many for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Now, finally, just so we're clear about all of these similar words, there is a lottery as well, a lottery. And we've talked about the lottery on Culips before, so we won't go really into too much detail about it. But Cassie, could you just tell us what a lottery is and how they're different than a draw or a sweepstake?
Yeah, a lottery is usually determined based on like ticket sales that you buy, and so it's not from a specific pool. It's just from a pool of anybody who's willing to buy those tickets, and if their number matches the numbers of that day or that week's chosen numbers, then that person or even multiple people could win the lottery in that region.
Okay, Cassie, let's transition to talking about contests, draws, and sweepstakes that maybe we ourselves have participated in. And the inspiration for this topic comes from my wife because my wife actually won a couple of draws. I guess technically they're draws on Instagram, and she won 2 pairs of sneakers. And
Cool.
yeah, she was very lucky. These incidents happened about a year apart from each other, but she
Mm-hmm.
was able to win some Nike sneakers. And I'm not really interested in sneakers or sneaker culture, so I don't know too much about them, but I know that these sneakers are kind of expensive, so she was happy to win them. And that was the inspiration for this episode. So I'm curious about you, Kassy. Have you ever entered a contest or a draw or a sweepstake?
My fondest memory of a contest was actually when I was really young. I'm going to say maybe 9 or 10 years old.
Hmm.
Every year, not in my hometown, but in a nearby town, they hosted a cherry festival.
A cherry festival. Okay.
Yes, so cherries were the theme. They'd have tons of games and activities and prizes and foods all related to cherries. And one contest was called the cherry pie eating contest.
Cherry pie eating contest. Sounds like a delicious contest.
Yes, and it was for kids. So instead of having, this giant cherry pie, there were just these little mini ones. And the kid who could eat their cherry pie the fastest was the winner.
So did you eat your pie faster than all the other kids?
I did. However, I can't say I ate it. It was more like shoving it all into my mouth at once and then spitting it out later, which is kind of gross.
So what was your prize for winning the cherry pie eating contest?
Andrew, that's the saddest part. I don't remember what my prize is, but I remember feeling so proud.
Well, that is a talent for sure. That is a talent, eating cherry pie. I know that in the USA, there are also hot dog eating contests that I've seen on TV before, which are pretty funny. But congratulations on winning the competition back in the day, anyways, Kassy.
Yes. How about you, Andrew? Have you ever participated in a contest?
I don't think I've participated in any contests where I had to demonstrate a skill. Of course, when I was an elementary school student, I remember there being contests at our school every year for drawing and for writing. And those weren't optional, they were mandatory. So I had to do them.
Mm.
And I always remember winning some little prize. Like if I participated in the drawing contest, I would win a sketchbook or an eraser or something. But those were just participation prizes. They weren't grand prizes or anything like that. So, no, I don't think I've ever really participated in a contest like that. But I have won a few draws before where I just
Mm-hmm.
randomly entered to try and win some prize. And when I was a kid, I won a couple of little ones. I remember that I won some kind of draw related to the book Where the Wild Things Are at my local library. And
Mm-hmm.
that was pretty exciting because I must have only been like 7 or 8 years old. So to get a call from the librarian saying that I had won a prize pack and I could go down and pick it up. And I remember going to the library and picking up the book and some other little products with my parents. That was cool. When I got older as a teenager, and this memory just came to me as I was talking about Where the Wild Things Are and that draw. I remember that when I was a teenager, maybe, who knows, like 15, 16, 17 years old,
Mm-hmm.
I used to enter draws online because there were a lot of them back then. And I had
Mm.
some good luck. Like, I remember that I won a draw from the website IGN, which is a big video games website. And
Mm-hmm.
it was some kind of draw related to the video game Duke Nukem, which was popular back then. And I won a bunch of action figures, like a bunch, like maybe 20 of them or so. And,
Wow.
I was like, yeah, 14, 15 years old, something like that. And I remember getting this box in the mail, and there were all these action figures. Now, I wasn't interested in action figures, so I think probably my mom just threw them out eventually. I probably stored them for a little while. But after this episode, I'm going to go online and Google Duke Nukem action figures from around that time and see if they're worth anything.
Could have had some collector's items.
And I remember another online draw that I won was from the band Radiohead. I think this was around maybe the year 2000 because I won a prize from the Radiohead website, or maybe it was a different music website, but I won all of this Radiohead memorabilia that was related to their album Kid A, which came out in the year 2000. So that means I would have been in grade 10. So right around like 15 or 16 years old, somewhere around then. So yeah, just in my mid-teens. And I was obsessed with the band back then. So it was really, really cool to win that prize. And at that time, I was thinking like, oh, these products are limited edition and Radiohead's a really popular band. I should probably not open these. There was like a VHS tape and there were some other cool swaggy things from Radiohead. So I decided I'm just going to keep these for like 30 years and then, they'll go up in value and I can sell them later. It'll be so cool.
So you didn't open them?
No, I didn't open them. I opened the box that I got, which came from England, which was really cool. But then I didn't take any of the products out of the plastic, for example. I just kept everything sealed, and my plan was to hold on to them for a long time and then sell them later. Just keep them as investments almost. But then, I've moved so much, and as I got older, I wasn't as interested in keeping that kind of thing. So yeah, probably one of my friends has them now. I don't know where they went.
Lucky them.
Yeah, those are the two draws that I remember winning. I guess when I was a teenager, I had some good luck there. But nothing recently. Kassy, do you ever enter contests these days? Is that something that you do?
I do not, but my fiance does, and he really likes doing draws for clothing, kind of similar to your wife with the shoes on Instagram. He likes to also do lotteries for famous Nike shoe collabs. And for these drawings, it's not to get them for free, it's to get the shoes at market value.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
these are for shoes that are like quite expensive just because they're popular and rare. So yeah, they're expensive, but if you win the draw, then you can buy them for like the regular price. So instead of having to pay $500, for example, you could buy them for $100.
Exactly. And I totally forget the name of the rapper, but there's a really famous rapper right now. And he did a collab with Nike recently. And my fiance applied and he got it. And he could buy the shoes for, I think it was about $150. And Andrew, guess how much he sold these shoes for just a few weeks later?
I will say $800.
He sold these shoes for $1,500.
Are you kidding?
I am not kidding.
Wow, that's amazing. Oh, congrats to him.
Exactly. I was like, wow, so lucky.
My wife was able to resell the shoes that she won as well, but she didn't make that much of a profit. So that's really quite impressive. Kassy, I think I'm going to have to start entering these shoe draws on Instagram. It sounds like a good way to make some money.
Yes.
We're going to wrap things up here in just a moment, everyone. But before we do, Kassy, I have one more topic that I want to talk with you about. And I'm curious about your opinion of people who are professional contest winners or draw winners. There is a woman from the UK, and her name is Di Coke. Kind of interesting name, Di Coke. And she's a pro contest player. And she has a blog and a website, which is aptly named Super Lucky. So, guys, if you want to find her website, and we'll put it in the description for this episode as well, you can just Google super lucky and it will come right up. But I wanted to read a little description from her biography on her website because I thought this was so cool. So Dai Coke wrote, "For over 20 years, my hobby of entering prize draws and competitions, comping, that is what she calls it. I guess that's like an insider industry term, comping, has resulted in over 300,000 pounds of prizes. And pounds is the UK currency. So that is over $500,000 American dollars easily." She continues, "I've won a Volkswagen Beetle. I've walked the red carpet at the BAFTAs, which is the British Academy Awards, twice. She did that twice. And she also funded her wedding with a 7,500 pound cash win." So that's pretty crazy, right, Kassy? D. Coke, she's won so many things.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
How do you feel if people out there are just paying so much attention to all of the different contests and competitions and draws? It's almost like they're gaming the system. Now, I don't want to say that she is cheating, but for just regular people like you and me, I kind of feel like if there are these other people out there that are super into contests or comping, that maybe me as just a person who's not really interested in it, like I don't stand a chance of winning if there are these uber interested people out there. I don't know. Do you feel the same way?
I don't feel any envy towards her because she treats this almost like a job or a hobby. You know, applying to competitions or draws, especially with these big prizes, is probably not easy. It probably takes a lot of paperwork, a lot of time, energy, patience, and I'm honestly not willing to do that. But people like her are, and because there aren't that many people willing to take the time to fill out all this paperwork, she has higher odds, and maybe that's why she's won more.
Well said, Kassy. I couldn't have put it any better myself, and I think I totally agree with what you just had to say.
That brings us to the end of this episode, everyone. Thanks for listening, and congratulations on doing some English listening practice today. Go ahead and pat yourself on the back.
We want to know what you thought about this episode. Have you ever won a contest or a draw or a sweepstakes even? Let us know by sharing your story with us on social media or on the comment section or the discussion forum on our website, culips.com.
And don't forget, we offer a lot of great learning materials and bonuses for Culips listeners who want to improve their English fluency faster. Learn all about the benefits and features and sign up by visiting culips.com. Culips.com.
That's it for us for now, but we'll be back soon with another brand new episode, and we'll talk to you then. Goodbye.
See ya.